Hi everyone, it's Meredith. I have a Pilates Fusion workout for you today. It's a little bit different than your typical mat-based Pilates, but this class will mostly focus on your planks, your push-ups, your squats, your lunges, and some other full body moves that do target the core. I have options for everyone, so please take the option that works best for you right now. I'm going to do this workout barefoot, but you can also do it in sneakers. And all you need is a mat and a water bottle. So take a moment, let's come to standing, and we'll meet at the back of your mat. And I'm going to face you, but you can find the back of your mat, wherever that is. And the first thing I want you to do is just settle yourself. So if that means you gotta wiggle out the toes, rock back and forth on the feet, come side to side to wake up the ankles, whatever those little movements are, just do whatever feels right. And let's go ahead and ground ourselves. So bring those feet down to the mat. Stand tall. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, I want you to notice the quality of your breath. So one of the 6 core principles of Pilates is breathing. That's what's going to guide your practice today, your breath. Think about inhaling through the nose and really expanding the chest and all the way into the belly, filling up those lungs. As you begin to exhale, you open your mouth and you slowly empty each drop of air. So I want you to focus on keeping that breath even and controlled. And let that be your guide today. Keeping your eyes closed or fluttering them open and finding a soft gaze, gently bring your chin down to your chest. Stretch out the back of your neck. And then let that right ear fall off to the right shoulder. And the left hand can hang, or you can go ahead and flex it to deepen that stretch a little further into the top of the shoulder. Release the palm if you flexed it. Bring your chin through center and come to the other side. So left ear, left shoulder. Right hand can flex. So we start with these small movements. They'll become more complex as we go. Release the flex in the palm, bring the chin back to center, and then bring the head up. And now, if you haven't already, open your eyes. Start to take those shoulders up, back, and down. So as this class progresses, the movements progress. Small movements become bigger, and simpler movements become more complex. Take one more, and then reverse direction. So bring those shoulders forward. So we're just starting to wake up the body, right? Head to toe. Take one more here. And then we're going to start to match the movement to the breath. So we're going to inhale, reach those arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands back behind you to open the chest. And I want you to be intentional here. So try to change the cross of your arms each time you come back behind you. So we move with intention, we move with purpose, we move to our breath. You can start to look up on that inhale, if that feels okay. You can drop the chin on the exhale. You could also just look straight ahead. What I want you to remember today, this is your class. You are in control. One more time. Next time you reach up, look up, head comes to center, hands come outside the temples. Feet split hip width and hips glued toward the front of the room. We're going to rotate to the right wall. Come back to center and off to the left. So your hips are not moving. It's the upper middle back, right? That thoracic spine that's doing the rotation. And if you feel all right here, and you do not have a bad back, go ahead and open up those arms and make it a longer lever. So these movements are smooth and fluid. There's another Pilates principle, fluidity. One more time to each side. Even yourself out. Come back to the middle, reach up, look up. Exhale, start to roll all the way down and find a spot for your hands, whether that be on your thighs because you're a little bit tighter through those hips and hamstrings, or at your shins, or maybe down to the mat. So whatever feels right for you. And I want you to bend really deeply into that right knee. So let the left leg come long. Feel the stretch in that outer hip and that IT band without locking out that left knee. And then switch sides. So this time you bend into the left knee and let the right leg come long and enjoy that stretch. Beautiful. Now you're going to bend into both knees and you're going to start to roll up, stacking those vertebrae one by one. Everything falls into place. Head comes up last. Reach up on your inhale. Now we're going to flow, so we're going to exhale, roll down. Take a breath. And then roll right back up. Put everything back into place. So Pilates is about lengthening. Strengthening and lengthening. So I want you to think about getting long, getting tall. Do that one more time. Roll down. Find that hinge. Find your depth. And then roll back up. Take that inhale. Reach up, look up. Set your hands on your hips and sit down into a squat. So feet are still hip width. My weight is traveling back. Turn to the side here. My weight is in my heels. You're getting low using the legs. If you feel okay here, you can bring those hands up to heart center, but don't let the chest collapse, so keep the chest up and open. Good way to check if your weight is where it should be is to try to wiggle those toes. And you should be able to pick those toes up because your weight is in your heels. Watch the knees, that they're not coming out over the toes. Starting to build a little heat here. Let's do 2 more squats. More pace. And then the next time we come down, we're going to stay down and set both forearms on the thighs. We're going to work a little bit more rotation. So you're going to rotate off to that right wall, looking up at the hand or straight across at the wall. Coming through center and hitting the other side. So similar to what we did standing, you're still rotating that upper middle back, but the hips are staying low. So you want those hips to stay lower than the shoulders. Why? Because we want to build some more heat in those legs. One more time, off to each side. Stay low. Keep the chest lifted. And then come through center, sitting both forearms on the thighs, lengthen out the legs and get that release. Bend into the knees. Lengthen out the legs. Bend into the knees, and this time as you lengthen, straighten, come all the way up. Reach up and inhale. We're going to roll down again, and this time we come all the way down and walk the hands out to the end of the mat. Now we will be coming down and up, so if you would rather set your knees down and stay here in a plank, feel free. Otherwise, walk your hands in, roll up. So if you are holding that plank because you don't enjoy all the up and down, and you do start to get a little tired, a little shaky, you can also always go to child's pose. So we're going to do one more. And the next time we come down, we're all going to stay down. So So finding that length, coming all the way to the end of the mat, and then setting your knees down so that you're in a kneeling plank. Now, before we get into all the specific form cues, if you have sensitive wrists, you can make a fist, straighten up the wrist that way. If you have hand weights, you can put those under your hands, or anytime you need to, you can come down to a forearm plank to take the pressure off the wrists. So your plank of choice here, but stay on your knees. And again, I'm coming back to that lengthening. So our neck is long. We're looking about a foot in front of us, out off of the mat. The shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. As we push up and out of the floor, we come long through the arms, but without locking out the elbows. Shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Hold your belly button up towards your spine, so find that engagement. And then fire up the quads, squeeze the glutes so that those hips stay in line. Toes are grounded back behind you. Anytime we work from a plank position, your option is a kneeling plank. Another option, one that I enjoy, probably my favorite option, that we're all going to go into right now, is to tuck those toes under, sit those hips back, and sit into a child's pose. So child's pose is here for you anytime you need to take a breath, take a break, reset, refocus. If you're here and you think, hey, this feels great, I'm just going to stay here for the rest of class, I invite you to do that too, right? We all need a break sometimes. So if this is your moment, here it is. Otherwise, go ahead and pull through into that kneeling plank. Exhale, sit back into your child's pose. So take this flow at your pace. Kneeling plank, and then into child's pose. The pace of your movement should follow the pace of your breath, not the other way around. You might be moving a little faster or a little slower than I am, and that's fine. The next time we come back into that kneeling plank, ground those toes. I want you to make sure that those elbows have a little bit of a bend. Now I want you to make that bend bigger as you lower your chest down towards the mat. Hug the ribs with the elbows. Push back up. So this is your tricep push-up, your Pilates push-up. You are going to see quite a few push-ups today, so it's always good to warm up, find that form. You should feel your shirt right in between those upper arms. At any time you want to sit back into child's pose, go ahead. We're going to do 2 more here. So that neck is long, that core is braced. 1 more. Come back to your knees, either hold your plank or take a quick child's pose. Take a breath. And if you went to child's, come on back through to plank. Ground those toes, pull those knees up. So you can repeat the kneeling plank, set the knees down, or you can stay on your toes. Either way, your form cues are the same. So whether you're on your knees or on your toes are grounded and your feet are flexed. So feel like there's somebody behind you pushing their hand into the sole of your foot. That's also going to help you engage those legs. So glutes, quads, everything is nice and tight. And that belly button pulls up to the spine, but you're not holding your breath. You're still breathing that same quality of breath that you started out with. Shoulders stack over elbows, stack over wrists. Those nice starfish fingers pushing you away from the floor without letting the shoulders come up to the ears. back is nice and flat and neutral spine, so we can set down a tray of drinks, your drink of choice, and they wouldn't slide off. Take one more breath in your plank. And then if you're on your knees, go to child's pose. If you're on your toes, down dog. Send those hips up to the ceiling. Walk out those feet if it feels right. So dropping one heel and then the other to the mat. Or just breathing in your child. And then those in down dog, drop your heels down towards the mat. Feel the length in your calves. And all the way up the back of your leg. We're going to flow here so you can repeat child's pose to kneeling plank or down dog, inhale through to that full plank. So find your pace, find your breath, and start to tune in a little bit more to your body. So there's a band of muscles that wraps around your entire body, right underneath your navel. And it's called your powerhouse. And that's where all your movement should be initiated from Pilates. One more time. Come forward into that plank. We have one more set of those tricep push-ups, so feel free to set your knees down. Otherwise, dropping down to the mat. On your exhale, pushing back up. Your other option here would be just to hold a plank. So maybe you do one or two push-ups and then you hold your plank. Maybe you do a couple on your toes and a couple on your knees. Maybe you drop into child's pose and just breathe. Whatever you have picked, 2 more. Exhale your way up. 1 more. And then everybody, knees down, hips back, child's pose. So grab water at any time. Grab a towel if you need it. We're going to stay down on the mat and work a little bit in our plank. So go ahead and pull through into that kneeling plank. So toes are grounded. Hips are going to stay still. I want you to take that right hand, tap that left shoulder. Set it down and try the other side. Okay, so you're just alternating. Tapping that opposite shoulder. So you're removing one balance point. You're going to find your hips want to shift a little bit. They want to rock. Try not to let that happen. Try to use that core strength to stay nice and still through the hips. You're not moving fast. It's not about the quantity. It's about the quality of your movement. Slow, controlled, precise. So that's another Pilates principle, precision. Do 1 more on each side. You want rep number 10 to look the same as rep number 1. Setting both hands down, staying in your plank, or taking a breather in child's pose. If you went to child's pose, come back through into that kneeling plank. We're going to take those hips now. So hands staying where they are. Dip those hips to the right. Go back to center. Let those hips drop to the left. So a little hip dip. You don't necessarily need to tap the mat. You're just dropping the hip. You should feel those obliques start to kick in. Shouldn't take too much. And again, you're working in that controlled, precise manner. Trying to make the right side and the left side feel the same, look the same, even though our bodies are not symmetrical. Okay, that's where you find out where you might have a bit of an imbalance. The shoulders are staying down away from the ears. Those hips are dipping. That neck is long. Let's hit each side once more. So I want you to even yourself off. Equal opportunity. And then come back to center. Everybody come into your child's pose. Take a breath. You can roll out the wrists. You can wiggle the fingers. And then we're going to come through. Your options here are to stay on all fours, if that's more comfortable, or to come down onto your belly. So we're going to work a little bit of a Superman around the world. Arms are going to come long. Unless you have a bad back, you can keep those arms back behind you. And if you're on all fours, the cues are going to be the same. So I want you to inhale, and on the exhale, lift just the right arm. So leave those other 3 points of contact, just the right arm. Exhale, come down. Now do the same thing, left arm. So as you lift, you should feel a slight compression in the low back, but no sharp shooting pains. Come on down. And let's try the right leg. So right leg only, breathes up. See if you can get that thigh off the mat. And if you can't, just bring it as far as your body allows. Set it down. And then try the other leg so that you've gone all the way around the world. Each limb has had its chance to lift and lift. Go ahead and set that leg down. So if that felt okay and you want something more, we're going to try both arms. We're going to do both arms twice, both legs twice. So if you wanted to do single limb, you just do one of each. Just repeat what we just did. Otherwise, taking that inhale, and on your exhale, lifting the arms. So trying to get that chest off the mat. Your option is to have the arms down by your side, if that feels better. Keep that gaze down towards the floor. Keep the feet grounded for now. Come on back down to the mat. Take a breath. Same thing, just the upper body. Inhale, exhale, lift. If you're just doing one arm at a time, now you would be on the left arm. Coming down. Now going to the legs. Inhale. Exhale, one or both legs comes up off the mat. So see if you can find that little extra lift. Don't hold your breath. Set the legs down. Take a breath. One more time, just the legs. Go ahead and lift. So you're either both legs, or now you moved on to that second side. Chest is still grounded. Arms are still grounded. Set those feet down. Beautiful. Bring those hands back under your shoulders. Bring those feet to grounded. And I want you to push up to your knees, to your kneeling plank. Pull your knees up off the mat, push back into a down dog. From here, pull back into that plank. Set your knees down. Lower your chest down to the mat. Point your toes. Flex your feet and ground the toes. Push up to your knees. Pull the knees up. Send the hips back into down dog. Pull through into plank. Knees come down. Chest comes down. Toes point. So this will progress as we go throughout the class. Ground the toes. Push up. Knees up. Back into your down dog. Take a breath. Walk out the dog or just hold. So remember that option. There'll be a progression the next time we get there. For now, walk your hands into your feet. start to roll on up. We're coming all the way to standing. So stack those vertebrae. Reach up, look up, inhale. Exhale. And for this one, feel free to come off your mat or come off to the side. We're going to work a little bit of lunging. I am going to cue a curtsy lunge. If that doesn't work for you, take a reverse lunge, just straight back, okay? So you're going to start with the left leg. So right foot stays where it is, left leg comes behind, and then taps out. You can do whatever you like with the arms, right? Whether that's a little bit of movement, whether hands are on your hips. I want you to get low. That back heel stays lifted, that front leg stays right where it is. Watch that knee. If you feel any pressure on the knee, just lunge straight back. If this feels okay and you want a little bit more, hands come to heart center, and instead of coming up, you stay low. So instead of getting that release, when you come to the side, you stay low. And then when you stay low, you're going to feel that right hip and that right glute get nice and warm. And then if you're looking for a little more, you're going to take out the tap and you're just going to come up and down, and maybe you even get that back foot a little bit off the floor, a little bit of a lift, yeah? So, lots of options. Coming up to standing, staying low and tapping out, or staying low, keeping the foot behind you, maybe lifting. Do you feel it yet? I'm going to guess yeah, because I do. So that means 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come into your curtsy. Stay there. Keep both feet on the ground and just pulse. Just pulse it up and down. It's that last little bit. That last little squeeze. Any pain at all, you come up, you come out of it. Otherwise, you are in it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on all the way up. Shake it out. That's good, right? Okay, staying with this side. So right leg stays where it is. Left leg taps out. Hands come to the temples. Side crunch. Okay, so start slow and controlled. See if you can bring that elbow to meet the knee. And get that nice crunch through the side body. So if the left leg is coming up, you should feel that nice crunch, trying to get that hip and that ribs closer, those ribs closer together. Now, if you feel like you're going to work some balance, take out the tap. So instead of tapping the floor in between, you're floating that leg. Ooh. Tap the leg down at any time. Try to find a focal point. Ideally something that's not moving. Something on the floor maybe. 2 feet out in front of you. Focus on that oblique crunch. Let's do 2 more. So steady, controlled, breathing. 1 more. Come on down, bring the hands down, shake it out. How's that right leg? Good? We'll get the left leg in a little bit. For now, let's come to the back of our mat. Let's inhale and get long as we reach up, look up. Let's exhale and roll down. We're going to walk our hands out to the end of the mat. Okay, back in plank. This round, staying on your toes or coming back to your knees and repeating what we did the first round. That right hand is going to reach up and tap the left shoulder. Set it down, hit the other side. Now, if you stay on your toes, I recommend splitting the feet maybe about the width of the mat, just for stability. Because the further away you come from the floor, the more those hips are going to want to rock. But you don't want that rotation, so we're not coming over right, and coming through. We're keeping those hips glued down towards the floor as we tap across the body. So anytime you need to come to your knees, anytime you need to come to your child's pose, anytime you want to just hold it plank, do so. Your class is your option. Keep those hips low, don't let them float up to the ceiling. One more on each side. Beautiful. Holding your plank or hitting that child's pose to take a breath. Down dog's also an option. And then coming back through to your plank, knees or toes. We're going to the hip dip, so we're dropping the right hip, coming through center, and hitting the left side. So if you are on your toes, you've got a little more room to move here. Still, I don't want you rotating through the entire side body. Point is not to hit the mat with your hips. Point is to find that rotation and use those obliques to come back through. Good. How is the quality of your breath? Is it still controlled? Is it still deep? Are you inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth? Taking one more to each side. Even yourself off. Come back to the center. Either child's pose or down dog, whatever you need here. Anytime you're in down dog, you can walk it out or you can simply breathe. And then from here, pull back through and either coming again to that quadruped position or all the way down to your stomach. We're going to work some more of that Superman. So your option, if you're on all fours, we're going to do opposite hand and leg. Right, alternating. If you're on your stomach, it's going to be the same thing. So inhale, and on that exhale, try to lift that right arm and that left leg. Try to pull those fingertips towards the front wall and those toes towards the back wall. Come on down. Try the other side. So you are lifting. Now the left arm, the right legs. Get long. Come back down. Go back to the first side. Your option, again, would be to repeat just one limb at a time. If you feel any kind of pain that's sharp or shooting, come out of it. Come back down and hit that second side. So I like to think of Pilates as one long, sustained stretch. Come on down. That's what I want you to think about, getting long. We're going to try all four limbs together. So if that doesn't serve you, go back to alternating, go back to one at a time. Otherwise, inhale, exhale and lift arms and legs. So you're in the full expression of your Superman. Sensitive backs, hands can come to goal post or down by the hips again. So you're holding, you're lifting. See if you could lift maybe just 1/4 inch more. Exhale, come down. We're going to do one more. So inhale, exhale, and lift. Remember those options. One arm, one leg. One arm or one leg. Just the arms or just the legs. Come on down. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck those toes under. We're going to push up into that kneeling plank. We're going to pull the knees up so we're in a full plank. Pull back to down dog. Now I gave you one version of this earlier. Here's the next progression. Pull through into your plank. Option 1, you sit your knees down. Option 2, you're going to lower straight down. Chest down if it's not down already. Point the feet. Take the toes under. Everybody push up to your knees. Peel your knees up. Come back to down dog. So come back through to plank. Choose your options. Either come down, setting the knees down first, or come down nice and straight. Set the chest down if it's not already. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Pushing back up to that kneeling plank. Peeling the knees up off the mat, sending the hips back into your down dog. One more time. So this is version 2. When we come straight down, you can keep version 1. However you got to the mat, point the toes. Flex the feet. Come back into that kneeling plank. Peel the knees up. Send those hips up and back. Take a breath in your down dog. Walk your hands back in. We're going to come back up to standing. We got another side to hit, don't we, with those curtsies. Breathe. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale. So another opportunity to come off your mat. We are going to work that right leg now. So the left leg is going to stay still. So go ahead and start in that curtsy. And remember, any kind of discomfort, rather than going on the diagonal to the curtsy, I want you to just go straight back into a lunge. So that would look like this. Okay, so keep going at whatever you've chosen. The hands again, if you like a little movement, if you like just to keep them in place. Okay, so there's option 1, we come tall. You want to go to option 2 and build some more heat. Then you stay low, and instead of releasing all of that tension, you keep a little bit of tension in that glute, in that outer hip, by staying low. So if you're doing this, think about drawing a horizontal line where your shoulders are and keeping them at that same level. So whether you're staying low or coming high, that final option is to keep that foot behind you and just come up and down. And then if you want to add on that bonus, that little lift, and it's subtle, not even an inch off the ground, you don't need to lift it very much. So keeping whichever option's working for you, keeping the chest up, keeping strength and stability in that left leg. 4 more here. 3, stay low, stay in it. 1 more. Good, both feet down, pulse it. Find that extra little bit of joy in your day right here. Smile through it. Feel the pulse. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Shake it out. Ooh. All right, we got those obliques. So after you got that shake out, hands come to the temples. Right leg comes out. Left leg is stable. So ground into that left foot. And then find your oblique. And start with the tap. Come back to your breath. Don't let that left hip hike up as you do this or pop out. That's where that core stability comes in. And then once you have it, and you want to try for the balance, try floating that foot. And it definitely works best when you have that drishti, that focal point that keeps you anchored, that keeps you centered. Trying to kiss that elbow to knee, or getting as close as you can. Feeling some work in that standing leg, yeah? Feeling that right side body on that crunch. Trying to bring those ribs a little closer to the hips. And then whether you're tapping or floating, 2 more. So ground into that standing leg. Stand tall. 1 more. Both feet down, shake them out. All right, we're even. Coming back to the back of our mat. Take that inhale, reach up with them. Exhale, roll down and walk out to your plank. Now is the time. We're going to put everything together. Then I'm going to throw some crazy options at you. And you might say, yeah, I'm game. I'm going to give it a try. And you might say, no thanks. I'm going back to one of the previous versions. So on your knees or on your toes. Start. Tap that right hand to left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder. And then go into the hip dip. Right hip drops. Comes to center. Left hip drops. Back to the shoulder taps. Right and left. And then the hip dips. Right and left. Okay, so one of each. So if you're on your knees, this is how it looks. Hand to shoulder. Hip towards mat. Maybe you try one. And you think, oh, I'm going to pop it up to my toes. See how that goes. Maybe you've been doing them all on your toes and you say, you know what? My form would be a lot better if I dropped to my knees. And I want you to do that. Because you are taking the time here to do this for yourself. I want you to choose the option that is the best choice for you at this moment. We're going to do 2 more sets. So complete cycle. Shoulder taps, hip dips. 1 more set. Knees or toes. Find your stability. Fire up that core. Beautiful. Everybody drop the knees, tap the feet, child's pose. Take a breath. I got 1 more for you. If you tried that and you were like, that was my challenge. That was where I need to be today. That's what I want you to do again. If it was a little too much, I want you to go back to one of the other versions. But maybe you try this version first. And if you still need a little bit more, here we go. We're going to add a couple more elements. So come back, knees or toes, shoulder taps. Tap the left, tap the right. Now, give me a tricep push-up, knees or toes. That's good. Now, you can do the hip dips, or you can take it next level and make it a kick through. Come back to center, kick through on the other side. Okay? Back to shoulder taps. So let's walk through it 1 more time. 2 shoulder taps. Either holding the plank or throwing in that tricep push-up. Now you're on hip dips. If you want to make it a little extra fancy, as you rotate, you kick that bottom foot under. You can tap the opposite shoulder. And then you hit the other side. So you're almost coming into a side plank. It's a Brazilian kick through. Back to the top, shoulder taps. You want that next level. 1 leg comes up on your push-up. Brazilian. Hit the other side. Do it again. Shoulder tap. So your pace. Push up. Maybe the other foot comes up this time. Brazilian. Okay? Whatever combo you're working, 2 more sets. So 2 more sets. Maybe you try the push-up. Maybe you try picking the foot up. Maybe you try setting your knees down. 1 more. Your best. Your strongest. Breathing through it. Letting your breath guide you. And then after you've finished, knees down, hips back. Sit into those feet, find your child's. While you're here, enjoy that breathing and bring that right hand back down towards the heels. Then bring the left hand down. Bring the right hand to the small of your back and the left hand on top of it. You'll start to feel a shoulder stretch. So we've done a lot of plank, we've done a lot of push-ups. This feels like enough of a stretch, you can stay here. If you'd like a little more, start to pull those hands away from the back. Doesn't have to be real high, just enough to stretch the shoulders. And then bring the hands back down. Bring that left hand down next to your heels. Bring that right hand down. Bring that left hand out long. And bring that right hand out long. Take one more breath in your child's. And then come on through again, either to your tabletop where you're going to repeat that opposite arm and leg, or coming down onto your belly. So we've done lots of options. We've done one limb, we've done two limbs, we've done alternating limbs. We've done all four. This time we're going to try and add a little bit of movement. So we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, lift both arms, both legs, if you can. You might want to just hold. You might want to open up into a star, and then come back long. So match the movement to your breath as you open and close, but you're staying lifted. So maybe those thighs are up off the mat. Maybe that chest comes up off the mat a little bit more. You're always looking down at the floor to maintain that neutral neck and spine. And again, quality, not quantity. We move so quickly through other aspects of our lives. Pilates is a time where we can slow down and enjoy. One more. Long. Bring everything down. Take a breath. One more version here. We're going to swim it. So you can repeat any of the myriad versions that we've already done. Or you can inhale, exhale, lift all four limbs, and then start that swimming motion. So arms are pumping up and down, legs are kicking up and down. Find a rhythm. Don't let the movement control your breath. Make your breath control the movement. You are long, you're strong, you're paddling, or maybe just holding. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. You can rest on one cheek. Whichever way your head is turned, you can bring that knee up to give yourself a little bit of release in the low back. So my head is facing the right, so my right knee came up parallel to my hip. Come on down and then do the other side. So opposite cheek comes down, opposite knee. Find that release. And then come back to center. Put those hands underneath the shoulders. We have one more version here as well. So you're going to tuck those feet under. Now, versions 1 and 2, we came up to the knees first. Version 3, you're going to pull the knees up and push yourself up right into that plank. Pull back to down dog. Come into your plank. You can come through the knees or you can come straight down, elbows staying nice and tight. Point the toes. Flex the feet and then either coming up to the knees first or peeling the knees up and coming up straight. Send those hips back into down dog. Do it again. Pull through. Come on down. Point your toes. Flex your feet. And then one last time. Through the knees or straight up. Hold your plank. So just holding this plank. Finding your breath. Breathing in and out. Steady and strong. Taking one more breath. And then pulling back into that down dog. Take a moment here and breathe. You can pedal out the dog or you can just hold it and breathe. We are going to make our way back up to standing. So we're going to put together our curtsies and our crunches. So make your way back up. Reach up, look up on your inhale. Stand tall. And so we'll start with that left leg. So remember the two moves we did. We did that curtsy lunge. We did that oblique crunch. We're going to put them together. So join me. We're going to come into a curtsy. Start with the tap in between. And then find your oblique. Tap down. Curtsy. So all on the same side. Oblique. Right? So this is the first version. Getting low in the curtsy, tapping, and coming into the oblique. I think you know where this is going, yeah? If not, curtsy, float the foot, crunch. Keep the foot lifted, straight back into your curtsy. Okay, so we eliminated that tap. You're going to really use that strength in your ankle, in your leg, and in your core. So when you come up, don't let yourself tip over, right? Stand tall. That's the core strength, working that balance. If you want that one extra level, add that little hitch, and then come up. So adding that extra pulse down at the bottom, getting that nice little pulse and burn. Beautiful. You don't have to add it. You don't have to float the leg. Do two more. What you do have to do is work at your level. And whatever that is today, maybe it's not the same as yesterday. Maybe it won't be the same tomorrow. But it is what it is today. Set that foot down. Shake it up. We're going to go right into the other side. So nothing fancy in between. Straight into the other side. So when you're ready, start with one curtsy, tap, and one crunch. So get your bearings first. Get the rhythm of the movement. If it's too complex, just do 3 or 4 curtsies and 3 or 4 oblique crunches. You don't have to put it all together. Okay? Just like I said in the very beginning of class, this class is yours. I'm giving you options. Take the ones that serve you. Don't worry about the ones that don't. If the option that's working for you today is to float the foot, take it. Didn't work for me so well right there, did it? Find your length and find your strength and find your balance. If you want to add that little pulse, go for it. I want you to think about staying tall, even though you're down in these lunges. Your back is long. Your chest is open. You're not caving in. You're not rounding. And you very well might be building some heat in that left leg now. Yes? So keep working through it, unless, of course, it is painful. Then you take a break. Take a sip of water. And if it's okay, then you come back through. 2 more. Maybe the last one you're going to try something you haven't tried yet. Right? Maybe you're just waiting for this opportunity. Beautiful. Set them down. Shake them out. Alright, it's time to come down to our mat. Come to the back of your mat. Set those feet. Take that inhale. Exhale and roll down. Walk your hands out. One more time into your plank of choice. And then we are all going to set the knees down. Just take a few stretches to finish off. Hopefully you already feel stretched and lengthened. And if nothing else, hopefully you smiled a little bit. You found a little bit of peace and quiet and calm in your day. So when you're ready, come back through into seated. Take those legs long out in front of you. Flex the feet. Breathe the arms up. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward. Your hands can go anywhere that works for you. So some of us are a little more stiff in those hips. Some of us have a little more openness. Some of us have tighter hamstrings. So wherever that is for you. Try to keep the back long. You don't want to lock out the elbows. You don't want to force anything. This is the time to relax, to enjoy the hard work that you just did. From here, start to walk your way up. Find a cross-legged position. Inhale your arms up. Twist to the right. So let that left hand come to the outside of the right knee. The right hand comes behind you. Find that rotation. Gaze follows the twist. Not overdoing it. Come back to center and twist the other way. So that hand coming to the outside of the knee. That left hand back behind you. You're sitting tall. Back into center, taking an inhale. And then from here, either coming onto your back for that lying figure 4. So you would be right here, crossing the ankle over knee. Or coming into your pigeon. So you can come through down dog. Bring that right foot up. Square off with the mat. And then just sink into it. So some of us like to stay up. Some of us like to fold into it. They should feel nice after all of those curtsies. Just breathing into any area of tightness, anywhere that needs a little bit of extra attention. One more breath here. And then working your way out. Sliding that leg back up and then switching sides. So if you are on your back, just switching the legs. If you were in your pigeon, now bringing that left leg, see if you can sink down a little bit deeper. And let it release. So don't push into or force anything, just let it naturally release. Taking one more breath here. Working your way out of it. Coming back through. Everybody finding your way to seated. A nice easy pose. Gentle cross of your legs. Thank you for joining me today. Come back and join me for another class sometime. I miss seeing you all, but I'm glad to know that you are all out there and that we will all see each other again soon. Take a nice deep inhale. Inhale some positive energy, some positive thoughts. Exhale through center. And you are done. Enjoy the rest of your day.